Hi, my name is Adam, and I was diagnosed with autism at age 4, and I'm 22, and I really like doing STEM projects such as building things, taking things apart to learn how things work and how to make them better, such as plumbing or an electrical work or building robots.
One. Hello, everyone. My name is Maisie Soetantyo, and I am part of the Autism Career Pathways, which is a nonprofit in the San Francisco Bay Area. And this year we launched a new project called Autistically Wired Video Interview Series. This is where I, along with a team of autistic people with different interests, find other autistic people to interview and talk about. And it's a storytelling that can only be done by autistic people. And our dream is that through this project, we can connect with younger autistic generations so they can look up and to autistic role models, and we can show the world that we're just people trying to do our best, and we're people trying to thrive in the community. So through this project, we hope to educate our community and make it a better place for everyone, right? Not just autistic people. Okay, so that was me and my rambling. And today I have a very special guest, Adam. And Adam, now it's your turn to ramble.
Yeah, my name is Adam, and I'm wanting to create a business called Crackalacken Robotics because when I was a little kid, like when it was time to get out of the shower or go to school, my mom said, 5 more minutes, then it's time to get crackalacken, which means like get things done. And I think that it was just a very catchy sounding name. And I do like have some robot parts, but I don't really know that much about coding, so I would really like to network with some people that know about coding so that they can help me with the mechanical like stuff because for me, I say that money is a necessary part of life, but I kind of feel that um it's kind of too complicated of a thing for me to do by myself, so I would rather like the money is not going to just belong to me. It's going to belong to the whole team of my friends who are on the spectrum, and I could donate it to neurotypical people who want to help, stuff like that.
Sure, sure. So, Adam, can we share with the audience how old you are and when you were diagnosed with
I'm
autism?
I'm 22. I turned 23 in July.
Oh, great, great, great. So you have known all your life, all your young life, that you are autistic, correct?
I've known since I was very little. I was diagnosed at 4.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. What does it mean to you to be on the spectrum? Like with
I
your
I
autistic.
don't know because I've never been neurotypical.
Okay, but for me as an autistic person, I turned 56 this year.
I thought you were I thought you were like 20 something.
Yay! Thank you for saying that. Uh,
You're
well, no,
really
I'm actually much older than that, but I love how you think I'm like 20 something. I love that. But I was just going to tell you that I was diagnosed about 6 years ago. So I am a late diagnosed autistic woman. And what does it mean to me after my diagnosis? I just learned how to be me as an autistic person. And that includes, I know that I have a lot of headaches and migraines due to sensory overload. That's just an example. So now, when I go to movie theater or go to concerts, I know how to protect myself. I
yeah,
bring my earplugs.
yeah.
So I just learn from other autistic people who also have sensory sensitivities. So now I know that I can actually think better and do better if I honor what I'm sensitive about, you know?
Oh,
Yeah. And
how much time do you?
I actually love my autistic brain because I use it to meet people like you, right? And I use it to tell autistic people stories. That's what I mean. You know?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have any questions about the things that I like doing?
Yes, I do. So I wanted to interview you because of your many wonderful special interests. And let's start with your special collection.
I you want to see like the stuff that I'm building?
So how about since you already have it near you, how about we do your fire alarm collection since it's near you already? Whoa, okay. So how long have you collected these
Since I was
alarm?
about 14, because back
Oh,
before I was 14, I used to be scared of fire alarms
oh, okay.
until I heard it without a warning when I was in middle school. And then like after that, like I wasn't allowed to talk about the fire alarm because all of like my teachers were neurotypical. So like when I had like my friends in school, I used to use code words for fire alarms so that so that the staff wouldn't know that I'm talking about fire alarms. And I don't care whether, and by the time I get in trouble for it, I just use another code word. And most of the
I
code words are
see.
animals.
Yeah, that's great. So what was an example of the code word for fire alarm?
Horses,
Oh, okay, okay, cool. So
because
did you find other autistic people or other friends who like enjoy talking about your interests in fire alarms?
not really. Most of them just really kind of like I'm not really. I don't want to sound mean, but some of them kind of like were kind of very uninterested and kind of had like I don't really know. They Most of them were kind of like irritating like to me.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. But
But the
yeah, but you know what? There will be a lot of people, of all ages, when they hear about your interests in this collection, they're gonna love it. So don't you worry. So
yeah,
can you take out a few of them and talk about it?
this is. Do you want, or instead of talk about it, do you want to hear any of them go off?
Does it go off? Okay.
It
Just hold it
does. If
yeah, hold
if
it far away. Yeah. Okay. Okay, people, if you don't like loud noises, brace yourself.
Yep. Um,
Okay.
this is the kind that my elementary school had. Are you ready? Are you ready for it?
Okay, hang on. Let me just take out my one of my earpiece and okay, go ahead. Adam. Okay, go ahead. One more time, Adam.
I have other ones too.
Okay, go to the next one then. I didn't hear anything. I hear like a little beep. That was it.
No. Um, maybe it didn't go through. I'm trying to find my. Um, I don't.
It's okay.
Did you hear anything or no?
I did like a little beep, but it wasn't like a long, yeah, alarm.
This is the kind that my middle school and high school had.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Ah, but it doesn't have a sound. It
Really?
flashes. Yeah.
Maybe the Zoom doesn't like work or something.
I don't know, but that's
Maybe,
okay. That's okay. But I get the idea, and I think it's a really cool collection. Good
yeah.
for you. So, yes, and I thank your parents for letting you collect these things that you love. So that's awesome. Okay, so tell me about your one specific interest that that you love doing. What is it that you love to fix?
Vacuum cleaners. I love fixing toilets and I love replacing ceiling fans.
Ah, okay. So
And
the toilet fixing, when did this start?
when I was about 5, my mom would be able to explain because I would want like my mom to explain. Hey mom, I want you to explain to Maisie how the interest started. She would want to.
Is there another chair for your mom in the room so she could next sit next to you?
Hi, happy to
Hi.
sit here.
Okay.
I didn't
Okay.
hear the question. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Adam. Ask
Um,
your mom.
you should like ask my mom about when I first started getting interested in toilets and how.
There you go. So that was Adam's question, and he
Oh,
wanted your help to explain
you
it.
want me to answer or
Yeah,
do you want
because
to answer?
I just think it feels really good to for you to explain because you were there when you.
Aw.
Yeah, so Adam, when he was really little, he was very sound sensitive.
Mm.
And so the flushing of toilets used to be something that was a lot of anxiety for him, a lot of fear based. So one day I thought, hey, at the house, why don't we just figure out what's making this sound when we flush it? So I opened up the back of the toilet tank, and he was just in awe of all of these things that were collaborative in making the sound. And ever since then, he's just been on a mission to discover about all kinds of toilets. He knows I mean, you can say all that, right? That's
The flapper.
Yes. Okay. This is really funny, Sarah, because the first time we met on Zoom, our toilet hasn't been working very well. So Adam asked me to give him a tour of our toilet, and he
Yep.
was making recommendations.
Yes.
That was really cool. So, but I love how it started from an unknown
Yes.
place, right? That you're,
Most of his interests have come from sound
yeah.
related fears. So the ceiling
Yes.
fan, the
Yeah.
vacuum, the toilet. And once we
That's
kind of started thinking
incredible.
about that, it's just
Hmm.
the fire alarms. Just
Okay.
Adam's just kind of found a way to immerse himself in the thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
actually come out the other side of
Yeah.
it and
I
be really
love
excited
that.
about it. So it's actually
Yes.
really
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what, Adam? I don't like toilet flushing and then the sound of the hand dryer when we
Mm.
go to like restaurants and stuff. So
It sounds like a vacuum.
I just wipe my clean hands on my clothing because I don't want to turn on, that's one way that I solve the problem of, loud noises in the bathroom. But I love how you just dive deep into the process and see maybe you can make a toilet not make a loud noise. Is it even possible to fix a toilet so it's not so loud?
Like I don't really think like residential ones. The tanks are quiet. It's more the power flusher, the pressure assist kind that are
Yes.
loud. Those revolve on
Yes.
pressure, not gravity.
Mm. This is, I noticed that in public places like the movie theaters, the big public places, venues, the toilets are the most annoying thing, I think, for autistic people because they're loud.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
I think what you're saying, I would include what you're saying when we train businesses to say if there is a sensory friendly toilet, that will be amazing,
That's a
right?
great idea.
Maybe just having like a different toilet uh that doesn't make that such a big noise. I think that would
Like
be
what
really
noise?
helpful.
Like the toilet siphoning out or the tank draining?
Oh, just when you flush the toilet, it doesn't make such a loud noise. And then there's the echo of the
Hmm.
that's the thing. So it's like a double whammy. Anyways, we're rambling. But that's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay because this is how we this is how we do. Okay, anyways, Adam, so okay, anything else you want to tell our listeners about your interests in fixing toilets? Do
I
you
ha
Go ahead.
I have like a Fluid Master. I have two Fluid Master 400As. This is a newer Fluid Master 400A. This is an older Fluid Master 400A. The Murray had a older Fluid Master 400A when I first looked at it, that has like the metal rod and a solid like cap. This is the same part that you showed me, but this is another brand. The float and stuff like that. And this is the newer one to see how it has like the two holes in here.
So,
See
Adam,
that?
question for you. Is the newer model, does that make a lot of noise, loud noise, or is the newer model make less noise? I'm just curious.
Like the cheap the blue one that you showed me, those ones make a lot of noise. And the
Okay.
like the R&T brand is and like the I want to show you like these are actually usually super quiet and they have like a filter that slows down
Yeah.
the water flow and
Ah,
decreases the pressure and it
can you say the quiet model so people know? What's your
this is
recommendation for a quieter toilet flushing?
a Fluid Master 400A.
And where do you get them?
You can get them at any hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's,
Okay.
Ace Hardware. You can get them pretty much anywhere.
Okay. So another question for you. So can you, if you already, well, I mean, every house has a bathroom already. Can you put that in, that model into and replace the one you have so it will be quieter
You
when you
can
flush? Oh,
if there's a hole in the bottom of the tank, you can put one of these in there. Or
got it. Okay.
or sometimes the tank is shaped kind of weirdly, and you might have to get this thing called like a mini pilot fill valve, which it's kind of a little more expensive. They don't have a float, and they're kind of a lot more complicated and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. That's incredible. Thank you for making a recommendation. And when we share this video, I'll make sure to write down Adam recommends this model. Okay, so what else do you, well, what about the ceiling fans? Do you have anything you want to show us?
Hmm. I don't like have any like out right now, but I do have one. I
Okay.
really like the older.
Uh, okay. So what is it about ceiling fans that you love? Do you love
They
looking at it?
spin
Go ahead, sorry.
because they spin.
Okay. So they spin, and have you fixed any ceiling fans before?
I've replaced them before, and I've replaced the capacitors in
Mm.
some of my vintage ones so that they work better. I've replaced the bearings in the motors and stuff like that so that they work much better.
I love that. I actually love vintage ceiling fans because they look beautiful.
Me too. I've
Oh,
seen them
see?
before. Did you get it? Is your house older or newer?
It's an older house, and I think we replace our vintage ones
Can you show my mom the ceiling
already.
fans in your house? Because I really like them.
Let's see. I don't have any in this room, and I'm trying to think, what do we have? We have one in our bedroom.
That's a Hunter low profile.
Yeah, but you know what? How about this? I'll take a picture of it later and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, me or my mom or both.
Oh, whoever you want to be
And
included is fine.
yeah, I'm wondering like I my coding is like really like hard for me,
Mhm.
but I'm really good with building mechanical stuff on my computer. Or not
Nice.
on my computer, but like on my I 3D print like parts. And you want me to show you my robot arm that I'm working on?
Sure. Take us to it. Ah, there you go. Oh, that's great.
You see how
Oh.
this works?
Hmm.
You see, like unlike other robot arms, this robot arm is hollow on the inside,
Mm.
like an elephant's trunk.
Hmm.
So this arm would be able to have suction, and this would be used as a vacuum. And unlike a Roomba, Roombas don't really have enough space for a battery big enough to have a powerful enough motor. So this would come in handy.
Question for you. How do you feel about Roomba vacuums?
They're weak. They don't have enough
Okay,
suction.
see?
Their
Okay, that's
batteries,
great.
their batteries are very small and can't provide enough wattage to have an efficient motor.
So in other words, you don't recommend Roomba
I don't.
vacuum. Okay,
But
that's
this
awesome.
would basically be even more powerful than an industrial shop vac.
I
See this?
see. Yeah.
And you see like the motors right there?
Mm-hmm.
But I have trouble and get stuck with coding a lot of the time. So I'm trying to like, would you like? Do you know anyone that knows how to code?
Yes, I do.
Cool, 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 cool.
Okay.
Can you put?
Okay.
Can
So
you
when we're done, I'm going to ask some other autistic people who know how to code.
like? Are they my age? And using money is not. I'm just using like like bonding with them like as people. I think is more important than money. And then and
That's
then they
right.
do the coding, I do the mechanical work, and I get half
Ah,
the money, they get half the money, and
I
it's
see.
basically like a circle of people.
Right.
And maybe like, and for my legal team, instead of hiring people, I could easily find like some autistic people that know about like could make some really good lawyers too, especially
Yeah.
if they know how to like find loopholes in their parenting system and stuff like that.
Parenting loophole. I like the sound of
I'm not
that.
I'm not very good at like reading and writing really, but I'm really
Ah,
really good with like STEM projects. STEM is my main interest.
I see. That's great.
And
So
and due to
sorry, can we talk about your career or work aspirations? Like what's an ideal job for you in the
um
future?
plumber or an electrician, but I kind of feel that having a job would be very like hard for me because I'm not really that good at to directions and remembering directions um and being able to tell whether somebody like wants to talk to me and having to talk to people like that kind of are energy vampires is really like hard for me and can cause like sensory overloads for me. So
Yeah.
I think it would be really hard for me to have like a job, but I would rather like hang out with people that know how to code or know how to do a lot of stuff while I do the mechanical work.
So
So it would
Adam,
be
I think that you can definitely work hard to build your own small business. I think in the past, after I graduated school, I tried to work with like clinics, big clinics, and it didn't work out very well because I just wasn't very good at reading people's emotions. And but however, when you are supposed to train people, you need to be able to read their emotions in order to get the right kind of advice,
I kind
right?
of feel that I could read your emotions easier than I can read like people's emotions that don't have autism. Is kind of what
Correct,
I'm
because we have a similar brain. That's why.
Yeah,
So what I'm saying is this, you can do anything you want, and you are more likely to be successful if you use your passion and your interests. You like fixing things, right?
right.
So,
Because I kind of feel that like that neurotypical like is very alien to me is kind of what I think.
right, right. But
And being autistic is kind of alien to neurotypicals a lot of the time.
exactly, exactly. But this is why on our phone we have Google Translator.
Yeah,
This is why it's best for autistic people like us to build our own kind of business. So you
and
can control, I'm
crackalack
just
and robotic.
gonna, yeah, you can control, for example, you can just work in your community, in your neighborhood. So you can,
Yeah,
when you advertise about your business, fixing things business, you can just, it's easier to go to your customers' home because they're in your neighborhood.
I think this program is even better than Blue Heron because you're in charge of the program and you're on the spectrum. So I'm saying that kind of like you are kind of like what I was really hoping that Wyatt was going to be like because I just kind of feel that like this program is potentially a better match for me than Blue Heron is if there's enough people that I can find
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hang out with.
Yeah,
You get what I'm talking about, Mom?
so what I'm saying is there's always a workaround. If somebody tells you, Adam, you can't do that, you shouldn't be doing that because you're this or that, the first thing you have to tell yourself is, I'll figure out a workaround, right?
Yeah,
Yes. And that workaround is having a community that who knows like that knows how to support you. Like
and
I know a lot of autistic
and and,
psychologists,
and too
autistic
many
doctors. Yeah, go ahead.
too many neurotypicals are going to be like people are not going to want to help you if you don't have money is what a lot of the times, and that is one of my biggest pet peeves, and having autism that really would kind of piss me and other people on the spectrum like are you offended? Excuse my French though.
That's okay.
But
That's okay.
you get what I'm
Because
talking about though.
yeah, because this is how you feel. I understand. It's very frustrating. But I think that I know a lot of autistic people of different ages. I know we interviewed autistic people who retired already, and then they run 4 YouTube channels, based on their interests.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is anything is possible. So I love how you are able to continue to learn based on your love of fixing things. So I want you to
Yeah,
keep
like
going.
once are you gonna talk to the people that know how to code today?
I will find. I have to think about them, and then
Or
I
how
will.
old are
Yes.
they?
I'm sorry.
How old are they?
They're older than you because they're
But are
already, yeah, yeah. So they're
like
ahead of you.
would they care more about money or care more about me as a person?
Oh, I think I have a very supportive community because, you
Are
know,
you
I
listening, Mom?
I create safe places for autistic people and also people of different kinds of neurotypes. So everyone in my community, they're curious about autistic people and they want to support. So I'm going to do my best to help you find
So
connections.
would I be able to help like send like the people that know how to code like like these kinds of things so that they could like help like hook
I
me
think
up with
that's really cool. Yeah, I think I
the right
love,
parts and they
yeah.
can and then once Crackalack and robotics gets big, they can have an equal share of money, just like kind
Uh-huh.
of how have you ever heard of the business circles before?
Yes, I mean that this is how you in what people who invent new things,
Yeah,
they have to patent it. So make sure
but
that nobody steals your ideas. So
like
you can be, Inspector Gadget.
do you know any autistic people that are obsessed with law that would be able to help represent me as patent
Ah,
attorneys for free?
I don't know, but I'm sure that I can probably ask around because there are a lot of groups uh, like trying to figure out their career path. So we can always find people who are interested. So, but I mean, your interest is important. So
Yeah.
make sure you continue to learn. What's your next step in your learning? Are you learning anything new based
Yeah,
on your interests?
I'm trying to learn code, but like reading like
Mm,
reading is really hard for me to like looking at like lines from left to right, whether
I
it's like
see.
words, like English was very hard for me because it's
Yeah.
really hard to like look at
Mm,
like a long like list of um like a long like story like in so like book chapter books are really hard for me, so that's kind of why coding
yeah.
would be like really hard for me, but I know that there's like people that would be very supportive and would be able to do it for me, and then once my business gets really big, and they would be able to have an equal share of money, and we're all going to be rich. You can have some of that you
Yes.
can have an equal share of money too, because it's not just my business, it's our business.
I see. It's a really wonderful dream. So, Adam, so I actually know people who can help people who design platforms for neurodivergent brains. So, I totally understand because I have number dyslexia. So, reading numbers and long text is very hard for me. School was very, very hard for me as well.
Yeah, I think
But
I'm good at like I'm better at mathematical like subjects than I am at like reading.
I
And my
see.
mom understands that too.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Not like the math like that the school makes me do, but I kind of like subconsciously do it as I'm like building stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Let me ask you the next question, okay? Okay. So let's say there is an autistic 15-year-old who is really, really interested in making dresses for her dolls. That's her thing. So what would you say to this autistic 15-year-old girl?
I would talk about the clean machine's finger has like a sewing machine in it, and it can unfold into a sewing machine as well. And she would me and him or her would probably like talk about like inventing a new way to build a sewing machine, which would basically be, and she would or he or she would probably, or they or them would work on like a sewing machine, learn how to I would recommend for them to learn how to fix sewing machines.
I see. So what I hear from you, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were saying you're telling this 15-year-old to keep keep going and use your interests and your passion to keep learning. That's what
And
you're
get to know
saying.
some other people on the spectrum that know how to code, just in case the
Yes.
sewing machine requires
Yes.
computing, because coding is not for everyone.
Right. So you that I think our interests help us to connect with other people with similar
Yeah,
interests, right?
right.
So that's how we find our community. So that's a really
Yeah.
good advice.
And how
S-
would I be able to stop like the large scale companies from taking my business? How would I be able to do that?
Well, I don't, that's why you have to register your invention. Like we register the name Autism Career Pathways, for example. And my other platform, Guiding Extraordinary Minds, we register the name so other people can't use the name. That's an example, for example,
Yeah,
right?
I'm just wondering, some people who are like really rich might find loopholes to do it anyway, but which kind of scares me a little.
I know, but you know what? I'm sure there are people who can help you with these kind of
Yeah.
things. I'm pretty sure. That's why they have legal Zoom. That's why they have legal Zoom to help people, make sure they're protected.